You became emotionally convenient before you became emotionally honest. Now you over-explain harmless things. Rehearse normal reactions and check someone's tone for tiny signs they're upset with you. Not dramatically, automatically, like your brain is constantly trying to prevent emotional friction before it happens. You learned how to disappear inside interactions without anyone noticing. You say, whatever works for you, before thinking about what works for you. You pretend not to need reassurance. You act emotionally neutral, even when your chest is tight with tension. You're not naturally low maintenance. You just became very skilled at making your emotions easy for other people to handle. This video is about 6 completely normal habits that can quietly point back to emotional neglect. And if even one of these already feels familiar, type yes below. Because emotional neglect usually doesn't turn people loud. It turns them careful. Careful with reactions. Careful with needs. Careful with how much emotion they let other people see at once. It's like slowly learning to edit yourself in real time. Not because someone directly told you to, but because certain emotions always seem to create discomfort, distance, irritation, or withdrawal. So eventually your brain stops waiting for rejection and starts preventing it preemptively. The first habit is apologizing before speaking, not after interrupting someone, before saying almost anything at all. Sorry, quick question. Sorry if this sounds weird. Sorry to bother you. You ask for tiny things, like you're requesting too much. You even rehearse messages before sending them. Delete sentences. Rewrite your tone. Add emojis to soften things. As if your presence needs to arrive gently to be accepted. And when someone replies warmly, you feel relief that's strangely disproportionate to the interaction itself, because part of you still expects emotional annoyance before emotional openness. The second habit is over-explaining harmless decisions. You explain things nobody challenged. Why you missed a call, why you changed plans, why you bought something, why you're tired, why you replied late. Not because people demanded explanations, because somewhere inside you, misunderstanding feels dangerous. You clarify tiny things before anyone reacts. You hear yourself giving too many details and still keep going. Sometimes you even mentally prepare explanations in advance for situations that haven't happened yet. Because being judged incorrectly once felt emotionally costly enough that now your brain tries to prevent it automatically. The third habit is minimizing excitement immediately after expressing it. You finally sound excited about something, then instantly tone it down. I mean, it's probably nothing. We'll see. It's not a big deal. You shrink your own happiness in real time. You tell someone good news while secretly monitoring their reaction more than your own feelings. And if their energy feels even slightly flat, your excitement collapses immediately. So eventually, you learn to act casually about things that actually matter deeply to you. Because visible hope once felt embarrassing when it wasn't received properly. The fourth habit is feeling guilty while resting. You sit down to relax and suddenly feel uneasy. Like you forgot something. Like you should be productive, helpful, available, useful somehow. You check your phone while resting, mentally scan unfinished tasks, feel weirdly uncomfortable doing nothing. Sometimes cancel plans feel relieving for 5 seconds, before guilt immediately replaces the relief. As if your value disappears the second you stop being emotionally or practically useful to someone else. Because receiving care without earning it never fully felt normal. The fifth habit is saying, "It's fine" too quickly. Someone disappoints you. They forget something important, ignore your effort, speak harshly, pull away emotionally, and before you even process the feeling, you automatically say, It's okay. No worries. It's fine. Your reaction gets edited before it fully forms. Then later, usually alone, the actual feeling finally catches up. In the shower, in bed, while replaying the conversation in silence. You realize you were hurt long after the moment already passed, because immediate emotional honesty once felt riskier than emotional suppression, and eventually suppressing reactions starts feeling more natural than expressing them. The sixth habit is not knowing what you actually feel anymore. This one usually appears quietly. Someone asks, "What do you want?" And your brain stalls. Not because you don't have emotions, because you became so focused on reading everyone else that you slowly stopped reading yourself. You notice tiny mood shifts instantly. You sense tension before anyone speaks. You can tell when someone's energy changes from one word, but your own feelings feel strangely distant, like you only access them after everyone else leaves. And sometimes the saddest part of emotional neglect isn't the lack of emotional support. It's how easily you learn to abandon your own reactions before anyone else had the chance to. These habits didn't appear randomly. They formed gradually, quietly. They helped you maintain connection, avoid tension, prevent emotional rejection before it happened. And honestly, they probably worked for a long time. That's why they became automatic. But eventually, constantly managing yourself becomes exhausting. You get tired of rehearsing reactions, tired of monitoring tone, tired of acting emotionally unaffected all the time. And maybe healing doesn't begin with becoming a completely different person overnight. Maybe it begins the next time you almost say, "It's fine," automatically, and pause for 1 second first. Maybe it begins when someone asks what you want, and you actually let yourself consider the question. Not perfectly, just honestly. Because sometimes awareness is the first moment you stop abandoning yourself automatically. You don't have to untangle all of this today. Sometimes simply recognizing the pattern changes the way you carry it. And if this video made you feel understood, consider subscribing for more.